Hey everyone, welcome in a new video in which we're going to talk about the Seder of Pessah. So as you may know, the Seder of Pessah is courteous, 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 magid, rochtza, motzi, matzah, maroich, kourech, shulchan, orech, tzafun, barech, alel nitza. The only thing is that now we're going to develop them all so you can understand what they all mean. So the first one is Kaddish, the most easy I guess, because we always do it in the beginning. So what Kaddish is doing Kiddush. Now a question some of you may ask is, why do we start by doing Kiddush? Because anyways, for Rochtza, which is washing your hands, you don't do the bracha. So what is the point of doing Kiddush? Well, the reason why we do Kiddush is because every Seder, everything starts by doing Kiddush. So if you start doing something, if you're going to start a Seder, if you're going to start to eat, if you every time start doing something when it comes to, you always have to start with Kiddush. After Kaddish, there's gonna be Urchatz. So what is Urchatz? Urchatz is you're gonna wash your hands. You're gonna wash your hands just as if you were going to do Netilas Yadayim. The only difference is that on that case, you will not be doing the bracha. The question is, why won't you be doing the bracha? Because you won't be doing motzi matzah at that moment. If you don't do motzi matzah, then you don't do the bracha. After Urchatz, you have to do karpas. What is karpas? Karpas is a herb you have to eat during the Seder. There's nothing really special about it. After karpas, you have to do yachatz. Yachatz is you have to cut the middle matzah. You have 3 matzos and the Seder, the Cohen, Levi, and Israel. So then you have to cut the Levi. You have to cut it under the kara. You have to cut it as if one piece will be bigger than another. The bigger piece will be the afikoman that you will then cut in 5 pieces, and then the little piece left of the matzah, you put it below the kohen, and you just leave it there. After Yachatz, you have to do Magid. Magid is when you have to do the Agada. The Agada is the story of Pesach. By the way, I did a video on that yesterday, so if you want to come see it, you just have to click right there. Click there after the video. After you read the Haggadah, which is Magid, you have to do Rochtza. As you can see, it's a little like Chatz. They are related. Urchatz is when you have to do Netilas without the bracha, but then Rochtza is that you have to do Netilas, but this time you can do it with the bracha, because after that you have Motzi Matzah. Motzi Matzah, what is it? Is when you simply, as you can understand it, is when you have to do Motzi on the Matzah. So how do you have to proceed to do motzi matzah? For motzi matzah, you have to take the 3 matzahs, you do the bracha on them. Then you take only 1 matzah and you do al achilas matzah. From that moment, you try not to speak from that moment to koreh. Then you have to eat. You have to take the 2 top matzos and cut them into a kazayas and eat both of them together. Difference you have between when you a normal motzi and the motzi matzah is that you don't put salt on motzi matzah. After motzi matzah, you have to do marrow. Marrow are the bitter herbs that represent the tears of the Jewish people. After you did marrow, you have to do korech. So for korech, you have to take a kazayas of the bottom matzah. Then you have to take a kazayas of chazeres. Then you have to take the charoses and some maror. You put it in the matzah. You make some kind of sandwich, and then you have to shake it, and then you just have to lean, and you have to eat it right at that moment. After you did all of that, now you can do Shulchan Aruch. Shulchan Aruch is when you can start the Seudah. You can finally start eating. So how do you proceed? You first have to take the Beitzah and you have to eat it. What does the Beitzah represent? The Beitzah represents the old Korban Pesach. The only difference is that now that we don't have the Beis Hamikdash, we can't do Korban Pesach, so we replace it with the Beitzah. And you have to be very careful. You don't eat any roasted meat or any chicken. And by the way, you have to make sure you eat and drink as much as you can. Why do I say this? Because after Shulchan Aruch, there is tzafon. Tzafon is when you have to go search for the afikoman. The thing is that after you ate the afikoman, you're not allowed to eat anything else after. So you have to make sure you eat enough food and you drink enough water, so you don't have any problem for the rest of your night if you're hungry or something like that. So what do you have to do for the tzafon? You have to take the afikoman, and you have to give a kazayas to every member of your family. After that, as I told you, you are not allowed to eat anymore, and you have to eat the afikoman while you are leaning yourself. So after tzafon, you have to do barech. Barech is when you bench. So what do you have to do at that moment? So you have to start pouring the kos shel Eliyahu. So then we take the third kos and bench on it, and you have to hold it until Bone Yerushalayim. You're not allowed to do Mayim Acharonim since you ate tzafon and you can't drink anymore. And after you're done with Barech, now you drank the third kos. After you're done, you have to pour the fourth kos. Once you're done with benching, you have to do Hallel, and right immediately when you're done with it, you have to drink the fourth kos, and right after that you have to do Bracha Acharona. When you're done, you say Lashana Haba Yerushalayim. Then you pour the kos Shel Eliyahu for Eliyahu, since he comes, and finally you finish with Nirtza. So what is Nirtza? Generally, Nirtza is when you start singing some songs, like for example Nishmas Kol Chai, and at that moment, what is the particularity is that Hashem accepts everything we did during the Seder. Okay everyone, I hope you all liked this video. If it's the case, don't forget to leave a little like to support me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Share this video with all your friends and family so they all know what the order of the Seder is and their explanation. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace. That he was Jew. So he ran till he got to a village, and in this village